Rory's comments about, man, there's rough, but if you can't hit these fairways at 50 yards wide, then you deserve to find some trouble. What's your reaction to that?
I must admit, I have to agree with him, which I suspect you thought I might.
I did.
You know, the fairways are wide, obviously, and then there's some rough before you get to the fescue. But the fescue is absolutely brutal. They've had a really wet spring. It rained 25 days in the month of May, so it's really lush underneath. You can't get out of some of these areas, but still, I agree with Rory. A lot of U.S. Opens, you saw 26, 28, 30-yard fairways. These are 40 to 50 to 60, depending on the hole. So a player should be able to drive it in those areas.
The way social media works now, a lot of folks that probably have never seen Erin Hills at least saw some videos of human beings being able to hide in this fescue, and the USGA reacts to that on Tuesday by getting out there and thinning it out a little bit. Again, I know your reaction to that in advance because you and I have been friends for a long time, but for those that might not know, how does Andy North feel about that?
Well, I think this is our national championship. We're trying to figure out who the best player is. And there will be some doubles and triples, obviously, if players hit in the fescue. I don't like the fact that, are they reacting to what the players are saying, or they are deciding that because it's been so wet and it's so thick, maybe they can thin it out a little bit.
One of the things that you are phenomenal at is identifying what a great score, a winning score is in advance of the tournament. Yep. But given that this venue's never hosted the national championship, are you able to do that now, Andy, on Tuesday? Give us a sense of what you think might be real good Sunday night?
Well, Scott, you probably know me well enough that you know that I hate saying this, but I don't have a clue. I mean, I think the winning score could be a couple over par, or it could be 15 or 20 under, depending on the wind. And I think the problem is the USGA doesn't have that sense of history on this golf course either. So it's going to be very tough. If we had some wind, you know, maybe around par would be pretty good. If it's calm, I really think that somebody could shoot 15, 18 under very easily.
This is a bit of a mystery to the players, but as we get closer towards Thursday, we're going to start identifying who the best players are. Who does the golf course favor in that regard, Andy?
Well, I think if you look at Dustin Johnson at his best, or Rory McIlroy at his best, or Jason Day at his best, which we've seen these guys do that over the last couple of years, I think they have an unbelievable advantage. One, they're all pretty straight drivers for how far they hit the ball. And if they can drive the ball in the fairway with the distances they can hit it, they're going to be left with some 8 irons and 9 irons in these 500-yard par 4s that not everybody else is going to be. And this golf course is a little bit like Augusta. If you can carry the ball a long way and carry it up in the flats and over the hills, you're going to get some extra roll. There's some shorter hitters that aren't going to be able to hit it up on top of these plateaus, and the balls actually will roll backwards 30 or 40 yards in a couple of holes. So big advantage to the long straight hitter.